Welcome back, everyone. Firstly, I want to use this opportunity to honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank every single listener and every single person who have given the opportunity and who has given the support of the work I have been doing in recent months and years. I also want to use this opportunity to thank every single guest who has been part of the show, who has been more productive, and who have brought their own insight on what they can impact to the society, what they can bring to the table, and how they can also make people improve their life in one way or the other. Thank you so much. And also, you guys are one of the main reason this is happening today. And I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank every single one of you. Firstly, I'm going to introduce myself because this is a sector of a live event that I do every Sunday. And I also want to thank every single person who has given their time and are also patience enough to have this kind of dialogue on what we could discuss and how we could also be more impacted in one way or the other regarding my podcast show and regarding I as the podcast host. Firstly, I am going to be introducing myself. After introducing myself, then I'll go to 5 episodes that I am going to talk about today with the episode and also conclusion. So if you have any question or if there's anything you feel like is bothering you, you want to learn more regarding my podcast or I as the podcast host, I am in all ears and I am here to listen and show you guys what you guys need to know and also what you guys think you need to or want or two things you feel like you want to be impacted or you want to gain from every single one of us today. My name is Timitokwe Adegoke, and I am the podcast host of the School of Heritage. The School of Heritage is a self improvement podcast show dedicated to impact the life of people around the world. The podcast show has entailed over 200 people all over the world who have brought their expertise, what they've learned, either personal, either professional, either from the experience they've had. They brought it in 20 to 30 minutes as a topic in a discussion that will benefit every single one of us. And it has impacted a lot of people, even I, as the podcast host. It has impacted me in one way or the other. And my podcast show is one of the podcast show that brings everybody together. And when it brings everybody together, it makes every single person know the perfect truth and every single thing that we think we need to be aware of in the life we find ourselves. Because whether we like it or not, most especially in this technology time we are, where things are more tougher, where things are more heavier, I think we have to understand some certain things so that we could be a more no more happier and more fulfilled life. Because those are the little things we need to understand regarding the life we find ourselves and how we can do it. And my podcast should provide that for every single one of you. You can check on my podcast code, the School of Heritage. Try your best. It is just an encouragement. Try your best. I know it is not easy. A lot of us are now busy. We are in a busy world. So try your best. Each episode just entails 20 to 30 minutes. Just try your best to listen to these episodes and be impacted in one way or the other. Learn from these people and grow with us because that is the only way we can also see this kind of those that will also bring us up and also be improved in the life we find ourselves. So I'm going to be driving to my 5 episode that I want to talk about today that I feel like every single one of you can also understand better regarding this episode and also understand more how my podcast show is being done and what it even entails the more. So the first episode I want to talk about is from Mr. Joel. Mr. Joel is a very good coach and is a man who was in his early age an introvert and is a guy whereby he's really shy during his early time. He's this kind of guy that one don't see everywhere. He's more of himself and is really scared to talk to people. He's really scared to express his feelings with people. He's really scared to show the kind of person he is. And he made us understand, he dives us back to our authentic self. Mr. Joel was a person who drives us back to our authentic self and why our authentic self is one of the best way we can grow and also be impacted in the life we find ourselves. Because if we are on our authentic self, and we could live life more authentically, and we could live life more aligned with people, showing this kind of love and kindness, I think things will be more and more the world will yield the more. And that's where Mr. Joy drive into. It drive that whether you are an introvert, whether you are an extrovert, whether you are someone who are who outgo, or who you are always indoor, you can always be confident no matter where you find yourself, because being confident and being one authentic self is very tough. And that is what many of us need to understand, because if we want to be ourselves at times, it's always not easy, but it is something that we actually need to do. It's something that we actually have to decide to put in lines, because if we are on our authentic self, we show ourselves, then from there we learn. From there we learn a lot of things. So from there we grow. From there we see how we can develop ourselves as humans. But if we are framing ourselves with images, with pictures and videos, it doesn't help. And that is just the issue, with the pressure of the social media and everything that we have today. I know it's not easy. I do know, I do understand how it is, but we have to try our best to see how we can navigate authentically, and also see how we can be more productive. And also, the little we are seeing in what we are doing, we are loving it, and we are being triggered to do more regarding it. So, if you want to learn more regarding how you can be more confident, if you are a shy person, if you're a person who can stand right at the front of the crowd, if you're a kind of person who is not more of outgoing, I think it's a very good episode. I have to be honest with you. I think you will learn more from Mr. Joel. Some things that it can be of a mixture that you will learn from him, and it's something that it just lasts for about 25 to 30 minutes meeting. So it's just about 25 to 30 minutes meeting. I think if you learn one or two things from him, I think it could also impact you. And also you can learn more from what he do and everything he does, every aspect he do in his life, in his career, and develop more things that will also grow every single one of us in the life we find ourselves. The other episode I want to talk about is about healing. And healing, which is used as a dialogue for language. And language itself is powerful. When we are having conversation, when we are having dialogue, when we are trying to speak with ourselves, the kind of language we use or the kind of words we say is very important. And I love what Mr. Nathan said. He said something, he said, it's always our decision to use the words we use right or we use it wrong. It is always our decision, because if I, as a person, try my best to speak to people more positively with the right phrase, with the right word, I think it is a decision. And that is what he made us understand. And you have to decide to choose the positive part, because no matter the path we choose, there is repercussion regarding it, and there are consequences. If we use positive word and we use good languages, we learn how to speak with people with respect, dignity, and know how we use our languages. We'll be in a position whereby when we are using these languages, it will work for us well, and things will also become more better for us, and we have more people who are going to be more attracted to us, and that is what we want. And the repercussion, if we are using the other side, using some kind of unidentical language that are not meant to be used, the repercussion comes to. So it is always a thing of decisions, and we have to try our best to decide to choose the right one, because language will always be there. And how can we learn ill from this language? How can we become more better regarding this language? How can we also improve our lives with this language that we've encountered in the life we find ourselves? And that is where Mr. Nathan really include in. He spoke a lot when it comes to the power of language, how we can use it well, and how we can try our best to choose, because he always says very is a decision to use it wisely, so that we can also use it to become more successful and more greater. Because sometimes, in the life that we are now, a lot of people are very, very sensitive. The way we speak, there's some things we just say, it's something that we have now. And some people take it far, some people exaggerate it, and that is what we realize in our time today. And we have to try our best as humans to understand ourselves and know how to create conversation and dialogue with the power of language. If you want to learn more regarding the power of language, how powerful it is, how you can also use it, and learn more regarding those perspectives, you can also develop one or two things from. As I said earlier, is a 20 to 30 minutes. Mr. Nathan will give you more insight regarding those perspectives, and he also, I think, open your eyes with the how powerful language and how you can also use it to repair and also reconnect, connect with people, love people, care about people, show people the kind of love, the attention, and all that things like that that we don't have in our time currently. So language can do a lot regarding those perspectives. The other episode I want to talk about is suffering in our life. Every single one of us will face something in life, and that is what many of us don't just want to accept. No matter how good we are doing in life, so far what we want to do is good, we will face a lot. Even at times in my life as a personal podcast host who is trying his best to do every single thing positive, which is a really really tough thing in my community and everything I am doing, I suffer a lot and I feel it. I feel that suffering, and I just know, and it was a decision and I have to just do it, and I know that I have to do it. I have to continue to push in. I have to continue to push myself, and that is what every single one of us need to understand. We will all face dark times. We will all face time that things will be really really hard on us. Things will be really tough, because I remember my time during that time when I dropped out from the university. It was really tough, because when I dropped out during that time, I wept. I couldn't even do anything, because during that time I had nobody. My dad is away, my mom is no more. Everything just heavy. And that is what we humans need to understand. We will face dark times, we will face tough times, we will face love, we will face grief. And it is how we deal with it. That is how tough. Like that is how we are going to come out tomorrow, because that's why they say tough time don't last, but tough people do. Because tough times will come, no matter who on earth, no matter how high they are, whether the richest person in the world, whether the most influential person in the world, whether the most famous person in the world, they are facing a very very big tough time. When you listen to them, it's tough. It's not easy. And that is what people don't know. People think we can get a lot of things in easy ways. See, bro, there's nothing like that. Only if maybe, and I don't encourage this. Illegal stuff is bad. It's not good. And that is what we have to understand. If you want to do it genuinely and authentically, it's not easy. And we have to be really persistent. We have to be 100% patient, and we have to be really, really humble. And that is where Mr. Saroj dived to. He's a man from India. He's a very lovely man. He's a doctor. He's a doctor. And we spoke about for about, I think, 30, I think he is more than 30 minutes. I think it is for about 30 to 35 minutes. Yeah, yeah, 30 to 35 minutes. And Mr. Saroj discussed more how we can navigate dark times. We all face dark times, so I encourage you to check on the episode, because it really drives to the perspective whereby even he himself in his early time, when things were really really dark, things were really really tough, and it's when we come out of those things, that is when we can be more stronger to face more things that are coming ahead of us. And that is why we have to continue to stay strong. Sometimes in life, one we just feel like nobody's seeing what one is doing. Sometimes it's like that, but it's not the case. It's not the case. And that is what we have to understand. Dark times is there, tough times will come. And every single one of us who are doing something really impactful, really positive, we face. We just have to know how we could work on it. And that is where Mr. Saroj dive into. You will love the episode, because the man really said a lot. He said a lot how you can navigate that time, how you can work on it, and how you can come out of it, what you can do, in your free time to get out of this deep pain, to get out of the trauma, to get out of the ups and down, to get out of the pressure, wanna find in him or herself. To get out of all those things. I think Mr. Saroj, he really, really gave the perspective, because as I said earlier, every single person knows what he or she is facing. And as I said earlier, I, as a person, as the podcast host, I was also facing a lot. And that is just how life is being programmed. The what we face is for us to become much stronger, is for us to come out and do something that we make us learn. Because if those things do not happen, we will not know the beauty of life. We will not know that we need to be serious with what we are doing in life. And that is why things like that happen at times. But how can we navigate it? How can we get out of it? How can we try our best to see people, rely on people, speak to people, know how to talk to people, and reach out to people who had the experience? That is where Exactly. Mr. Saroj came in, and I encourage you to check on the episode. The other episode I want to talk about is Mrs. Kesley. Mrs. Kesley is a very, very beautiful damsel. She's a woman into yoga, a woman into yoga with beautiful soul, beautiful art. She's a person who does. I will have to be honest with you guys here. When I was reaching out to this lady, I will text her today. Tomorrow she will respond. I'll text her next tomorrow. Then the fourth day she will respond. I don't know. Just take time. She's a busy person. She's a hustler, and she's doing the right thing to just make a thing right. And she's a person who have been in her early age been addicted to drugs. And as Mrs. Kesley, as someone that has been addicted to things like that and actually recovered, she realized a lot of things when it comes to healing and how we can heal. That is why sometimes when someone say something is wrong, because sometimes we get to a point whereby some things happen to us, it gives us a sense of annoyance. It's normal. Annoyance is something that is part of process of life, but we shouldn't make anger to control what we do, or everything we do, or we shouldn't use drug to control us. That is why I said Mr. Saroj and also Mrs. Kesley thrive to the point of dark times and how we can heal, how the truth can heal us. Because sometimes there was a homily today, a very beautiful homily to be honest, because they just spoke about the truth in the homily, and they made us understand that speaking the truth sometimes scatters darkness. And when we are in a group and majority of the people here are for the negative side, and we speak the truth, everything scatters. And that is the power of the truth. We have to name to speakers. And what is the truth? Mrs. Kesley spoke a lot of truth when it comes to all this kind of addiction and stuff like that. Our healing is within. It's quite unfortunate, to be honest. It's quite unfortunate that many people are not taught in school how to be healed. And that is why I love my podcast, even what I do as a person, which I am the tool that is bringing out this production for you guys to hear. You will learn more regarding Mrs. Kesley. If you want to learn more when it comes to the perspective of healing, telling the truth, not just framing yourself. Framing will not help. It will never. Because let's just take an imagination. Let's all take an imagination. To be honest, we just take that imagination as humans. During our old time, we had a lot of celebrities, right? Do you believe that those celebrities we know when there was no technology are the ones that are dominating the internet currently? It's just like the work they did then when there was no internet, they are the one enjoying it. Now, we as humans, we have to face it too. We have to face that thing. We have to cry. We have to feel down. We have to feel like it's like this world does not love me anymore. And that is it. And that is the unfortunate truth. That is why we don't need to. That's why a lot of people now, with what they see outside, we see this one, we see that one, we see this one, we see that one, they feel like everything is going great outside. No, it's not the case. It's not the case. And we need to understand all these little, little things. These are little, little things we need to understand, because all these things will come. Is normal. And that is where the truth comes in. When we know the truth, we don't need to disturb ourselves. We are coming, we are leaving one day. Sometimes I will laugh. Sometimes I will cry. Sometimes I'll be happy. Sometimes I'll be sad. Sometimes I will have and I will give. Sometimes I won't have. Sometimes I will seek. Sometimes and I will find. That is life. Like everything cannot just be straight positive, 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 positive. It will never happen. And that is where the truth Mrs. Kesley went to. And I encourage you. We spoke for about 30 minutes. So I think yes, it's 30 minutes. And she really dived to the unfiltered truth, how she recovered, and how you also can also recover and can also be improved in one way or the other. It's a very beautiful episode, to be honest with you. Lastly, I want to talk about Mr. Deal. In the planet we live today, weather has changed. Let me give myself as an example. As a person who was in primary school, now as a guy, I'm in Africa. So as an Africa guy who lives and a lot of things. During my time then, the sun is very hot. Ah, Africa. Hey, the sun is very, you see how dark I am now. Very hot. And during that time, when rain falls, no, it fall and it stops. But now we see rain drizzling. Everything has changed. Weather has changed. Even our sun. Sometimes I will enter the sun of my state, because there was a time I was in one state in my country. It was very hot, but in this place that I am in my state, it was not hot. So things are really, weather is really changing. And why are we asking ourselves this thing? It's for us to know how we can green our planet the more. And Mr. Dale drives to those perspective, because Mr. Dale is an elderly man. He has learned all these things, and now he wants to give it to the younger generation, because the younger generations are the ones that need it. The younger generations are the ones that need to, see all these little things and learn one or two things regarding these things. So Mr. Dale really made us understand why we need to green the planet, why we need to build trees, why we need to take care of nature. Nature. Nature is nature smiles, but nature must not get angry. And that is what we have to do. We should not build a world whereby our next generation will suffer for. Our next generation will cry. We don't want that. We don't want our next generation to come to this earth and they will say, ah, these are what my forefathers left for us. We are the ones suffering for it. And that is why Mr. Day drives to the point of greening the planet. What can we do as organizations, as humans, as corporations, as people who want to do something that is being impacted in society, as institutions? What can we do? You will get the answer from Mr. Dale, and it will really drive to the how you could green the planet, and how you can also do it in your own surrounding as well. So I encourage you, if you want to learn regarding that perspective, it is very, very beautiful. So that was all for today. I want to honestly thank every single person. If you have any question, anything bothering you as a person, anything you think you need to listen to regarding me, I'm a very free person. Oh. I'm a very free person. God has given me the gifts, and I don't know. So if you have anything, tell me, chat me up. Even if we're in live, you can put it there. If it might be an insult, it can anything, just bring it out. Let us know how we could develop ourselves, because we have to grow, we have to improve, we have to also become more better. And that is why we are doing all these things that we are doing. You understand? So if you have any question, anything regarding my podcast you want to bring to the table, anything that just bring it up. We'll talk, we have discussions, we show love, we show care, and it's going to be very beautiful. So I want to honestly thank every single person who has been patient enough to listen to every single thing I want to say. It is not easy. I wasted 20 minutes of the time you have on earth, and I thank you for giving me that time and that opportunity to do that. I think we have to grow in the world we are. We have to pressure the negativity in the world today. We have to pressure it, because if we do not pressure it, then who will do it? Sometimes I feel the weight. Sometimes I know, if not that the God I'm serving, that I know the God I'm serving, I know how tough it is. Sometimes I will know and I will say it, and that is just the sacrifice I have to make. And I've done it, and I will make the sacrifice, and I'll continue. Insults, everything, I'm going to accept it. I think that's how life is, and we have to just continue to embrace all those things, and that is how we can heal. Because if one is not ready to embrace it and let it go, how will the world won't? So I want you guys to please let us learn to do good in no matter what we are doing on earth. See, we are not here for life. Oh. You do good, you do bad. If you like have sex with 100, if you like have sex with 10 pound stars, see, the same ground is the ground we are going. Even all those things you are saying outside, the same ground is where every single person is going to. You understand? We are coming, we are leaving. Let's just assimilate good. Let's just show this kind of kindness. There is no need for us to oppress ourselves. There's no need for us to pressure ourselves. There's no need for us to do all sorts of unnecessary things that are unnecessary. It's not okay. So I also want to use this opportunity to thank every single person for the time, the opportunity for listening to my podcast, and I encourage you, please and please Listen to the School of Heritage. Listen to the School of Heritage. You're gonna love it. Thank you so much and have a blessed day. See you next Sunday. Bye.